Hello everyone and welcome to episode 63 of the TEW 2020 UJPW series here on the channel. That is the October Giant series, and what a giant tour this shall be, as of course 12 days, 11 of them being the tour shows, and of course with the final show, main event, Kenta Kobashi, the Unified Grand Heavyweight Champion, looking to defend the title successfully against Mitsuo Amasawa. Sal and Kobashi, main eventing, always a big time matchup, always a fun matchup. I think this might be the first 100 between those two. I really do. I think they're going to be riding a great wave of momentum from that card, because the co-main event is a banger as well for the Unified Tag Team titles, as Masahiro Chono and Kaiji Muto looking to defend their belts against the Holy Demon Army and Akira Taue and Tosha Kawada. So that should be quite the stacked card, as we'll go through not only the rest of the card, but also the tour goals as well. So night one, we're going to have a big-ass 8-man between the Holy Demon Army and the New World Order. That should be a fun match to see, because it's going to be it's going to be Taue, Kawada, Hashimoto, and then Ogawa against the NWO of obviously Chono, Muto, and then also we're going to have, I want to say the third guy's Mike Awesome. I could be wrong on that. And then the Great Sasuke. So that should be fun, though. That should be a fun 8-man on night 1. Night 4, we're going to have Masao and Kobashi against Chono and Muto. So big-ass match there, as far as Masao and Kobashi teaming up to take on the Tag Team Champions on night 4. That's a major matchup there. Then night 6, so you're going to see Stan Hansen and Steve Williams teaming up a lot this tour. Reason why, as that's kind of Stan, as far as he's wrapping it up. He's always wanted to team with Dr. Death, and he felt like this was the time to do it as far as this giant series. And as far as Doc accepts the request, so they team up a little bit during this tour. This is also kind of like a celebration of them, because at this point, at least in the save, Hansen's been working for 30 years. Doc's been working for about 20. I think it's right at 20. So 50 years, combined. For those two, and it just felt like it was a nice kind of commemorative kind of thing to have. So they're going to team up against a couple of teams. For night 6, though, it's going to be them against Wild Pegasus and Dean Malenko, so that should be a fun tag team matchup. Then for the All Asia 6-man tag team titles, the Megavines Alliance of Doc, Terry Gordy, and Taz against Super Generation Army on night 9, and so that should be a fun little matchup there. And then night 11, we're going to see Kobashi and Kikuchi take on Masao and Koji Kanemoto in a bit of a Super Generation Army collide matchup on the final Giant Series tour show. To a little building up, obviously, between Masao and Kobashi. Not that there needs to be any type of build since the match is happening, because Masao won the Rikidoza Memorial Cup, but it is nice to kind of build that up a little bit. So yeah, we talked about the main and co-mains. We can go into the All-Asia Heavyweight title matchup as Headhunter taking on Kensuke Sasaki. Of course, Kensuke looking to have a nice little reign here as the All-Asia Heavyweight Champion. As far as him and the Headhunter, it's a fun little match. Two beefy boys going at it. And then the Junior Heavyweight title matchup before that, Chris Candido versus Eddie Guerrero. So this is a trilogy for the year, as Chris had lost to Eddie earlier on in the year, but he just beat him during the Best Super Juniors. We get this trilogy match here. They're both, the 1-1 as far as for the year 1998, and should be a banger. Should be a banger. They've had some fun matches already, as the All Asia Tag Team title matchup, Shin Hashimoto and Masato Tanaka taking on the new champions, and Terry Funk and Big Titan of the BWO. Should be a fun match, and this could be a big night for the Holy Demon Army, as far as they could be walking away with both tag belts. So that could be huge. Then Doc and Stan Hansen taking on the Can-Am Express. In the undercard, of course, the former All-Asia Tag Team Champions looking to get a big win over the Dream Team of Stan Hansen and Steve Williams going into the Tag League tour. So that should be massive for both teams. If Hansen and Steve Williams could not only beat Wild Pegasus and Dean Malenko, if they could beat the Can-Am Express too, they might be a team to watch out for in the Tag League. So that's something to watch out for. And then the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup, rather, is Los Pavano of Damien and Psicosis taking on Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. This is a big time matchup for Los Pavano. It could be a big night for him. They could walk away with the All Asia Heavyweight title and the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. But yeah, Hayabusa, Jinsei Shinzaki. I mean, just the junior division itself, it's in now a unique spot because a lot of the great junior tag teams have moved on. You know, Masawa, or I don't know why I keep on having Masawa on the brain. Wild Beggars is named Malenko. They're no longer junior heavyweight tag team. Multiple Dragons no longer junior heavyweight, but also he's injured anyways, so he's gone. As far as it's a unique spot. It's a unique spot, so it's given some teams like Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki a great opportunity. Also, you know, Two Cold Scorpio's gone for rehab, so the NWO don't have a junior tag team, and it's a unique spot as far as for where that junior tag division's at right now. So it's going to give a lot of teams a lot of great opportunities. But speaking of a great opportunity, though, the opener. It's going to be the British Combat Club of Norman, Regal, Dave Taylor, and Doug Williams taking on the Technical Tactician Squad of Funaki, Minoru Tanaka, and then Shinjiro Otani and Tamon Honda. So that's a big opportunity for TTS. It's a big matchup for British Combat Club. They've kind of been slowly fading away compared to where they used to be, as far as they were, you know, obviously one of the most revered tag teams in the division. Right now they've been teaming with Doug and Dave Taylor, and it's been, you know, it's definitely been a growing process as far as they've been used to help elevate some other guys, and it's a chance for them to at least bounce back going into the tag league with that opener. But it could be a major opportunity for TTS to get a win over an established team like the British Combat Club. That might push them into 1999, having a major year. Everything's pre-booked for the tours and all that fun jazz, so that should be nice and a little point and click. You don't have to really, hopefully, think too much about it unless there's an injury, which I'm sure there will be with such a giant-ass tour. But you try to hope for the best, as they got us at the gymnasium here. It's Eddie Guerrero and Shinya Hashimoto. Eddie was brought before Russell's court, accused of not paying attention during a locker room meeting. He's kind of, you know, he's kind of slipping away from us as far as Eddie, as far as kind of what he was earlier on in the beginning of the series, because you can kind of see a bit of the transformation as far as maybe hanging out with the wrong crowd here in Japan. It seems like our locker room is a bit of a negative influence on a lot of guys, and I think it's gotten a hold of Eddie here. So I'm kind of seeing a bit of an attitude change, just a little bit. Hopefully we can set the course straight there. That's a small positive impact for him. So that's nice. But yeah, that Holy Demon Army New World Order matchup is definitely going to be top of the billing. For sure. But yeah, let's just make sure. Okay, that's perfect. So yeah, we'll run Shubu here. So yeah, as far as Holy Demon Army New World Order, looks like it's a 6-man. Oh no, it might be it is a 6-man, so never mind. As far as Kawada, Taue, and Ogawa against Chono, Muto, and the Great Sasuke. Sasuke is going to beat Yoshinori Ogawa, though, in 20 minutes. Nice win for the champions and the Great Sasuke. Co-main event, honestly, I love this. Can-Am Express with Junior Ogawa and Dan Crawford. 3 out of the 4 should be very highly rated. Takeo Mori probably going to lose here to Dan Crawford, but we're just going to let the game decide who takes the fall exactly. But hopefully a nice little win there. We'll go with Kinsuke and Bam Bam against Headhunter and Abyss with a fucking stacked team of this is a lot of meat in this tag match, but Headhunter's going to beat Bam Bam Bigelow in 20 minutes. Bam Bam is, of course, complaining about everything. Don't think he's had a match he's liked so far. Then we'll go Tenkoji against the Blue Bloods. As a Tenkoji gonna win. As a Satoshi Kojima is gonna beat Dave Taylor in 20 minutes. Norman Smiley, Doug Williams against Shinichi Funaki and Tamon Honda. Tamon Honda is gonna beat Doug Williams. That's a big win for TTS already on night 1. Then Masato Tanaka and Shinya Hashimoto against Wild and Ready of Manabu Nakanishi and Yoshihiro Takayama, as Hashimoto's going to get the win. It's a Steal the Show matchup, because obviously we need a Steal the Show matchup. Shinji Takano against Naoya Ogawa. Takano going to get the win in 10 minutes, and then Yuji Nagata and Naomichi Marufuji. As obviously a Young Lion matchup for Marufuji, so he's going to lose, but Boy, what a match! As far as those two obviously become very, very big players in the Japanese pro wrestling scene in a couple of years. Not even like a decade later, they're like, it's obviously some of the... Yuji Nagata would be, by the time the end of the decade rolls around, he's, as far as one of the top guys already, but then Marufuji obviously gets rocking and rolling. But I think it's going to be a pretty solid night one. We're giving a lot of teams a lot of great chances there. Weird that's only a 51, so that sucks. It's a terrible way to start off the show. But the belly to back suplex from Yuji Nagata, 9:35. As far as Shunji Takano and Naoya Ogawa with a 56 here. So this is a little bit better. And Shunji Takano gets the submission win in 10 minutes of 70 for Nakanishi and Takayama against Hashimoto and Masato Tanaka. Spinning heel kick from Hashimoto. And 9:46, yeah, I mean, Shin Hashimoto still has that injury, which he should be healed up by the time the actual final show comes around. But Nakanishi and Takayama, at least they have an excellent chemistry boost, but they are just still pretty bad. But 70 is not bad from the undercard. 74 from Doug Williams and Norman Smiley against Tomoe Honda. Shinichi Funaki obviously an upset here, but Doug Williams, worst guy in the match, and loses to Tomoe Honda and Shinichi Funaki. Is the triangle choke from Tomoe Honda. That's fun. Nice little 20-minute matchup there, giving those guys a lot of time. Regal breaks some of his fingers here in this tag match against Tenkoji, as Kojima with a lariat over Dave Taylor. I don't think it was the right call. Dave Taylor, weak link in the matchup, but it still is a 57. It could have been a lot worse, but it's Tenkoji. They're really coming together. Really rocking and rolling here as of late. It's a 71 for the tag match between Kensuke Sasaki and Bam Bam Bigelow against the Headhunter and Abyss. Probably should have been a little bit lower on the card, but at least Kensuke and Headhunter did a lot of the heavy lifting in the matchup with Abyss with a 36. Diving leg drop from Headhunter over Bam Bam. Yeah, I don't know why Bam Bam's complaining. He fucking had a 50. He was brutal. Brutal in that matchup. So K&M Express taking on Takeya Omori and Jun Akiyama. It was actually a really good match, as Takeya Omori was almost on the same page as everybody else. Cobra Clutch from Dan Crawford over Takeya Omori in 20 minutes. Not bad at all. A 90 for the main event, though, in the 6-man tag, as the New World Order beating the Holy Demon Army Sasuke with the Michinoku driver over Okawa. Solid stuff. Solid stuff there. Saved the crowd, which is kind of funny, because obviously that's the end of the show, so no point in saving it. But an 87, though, for the show rating itself. I think that kind of shows you just how far this roster has come. A lot of guys have improved just throughout time now that we can have Tenkoji have a good match. We can have Funaki and Tomoe Honda have a good match against a guy like Norman, and even Doug Williams can get carried, and the same thing for Tanaka and Hashimoto. Like, they can have a good match with Nakanishi and Takayama. So it's nice. It's nice. It gets a lot of pressure off of us as far as we can throw a lot of guys out there on the tour shows and it not be a complete disaster. Not a bad night one. Not bad at all. As on to night 2. We go. Alrighty, night 2. As far as I'm not really sure what's going to be the main event here. I was kind of looking, as I guess it could probably be Dean Kennedy against the Blonde Bombers if I really need to pick something, but I really don't know, to be honest. Not a lot of matches that are really... Well, first of all, I mean, we could, because we got Wild Pegs and Johnny Ace as well on that call. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad call. Let's do it. I think it's going to be a good match, because Dean is obviously going to perform well, and so is Eddie. They have the chemistry boost, and they're going to beat the Blonde Bombers here. Dean's going to beat Chris Jericho in 22 minutes. It's a fun tag match, though. And then Wild Pegasus and Johnny Ace. So Wild Pegasus is going to beat Johnny Ace. So a nice clean sweep from the Eddie, Dean, and Chris team. So then we got the Holy Demon Army and the Titanic Powers. Tower is going to beat probably Scott Norton. We'll just go ahead and make that official. Good call. Good call there. Is Holy Demon Army getting the win? Yeah, we'll go British Combat Club against TTS. Is Regal getting the win in 20 minutes. It's a nice little win back for him after breaking his fingers. Oh yeah, then we'll go Kensuke Sasaki, Roshi against a Headhunter and Abyss. So since obviously they lost previously as far as the NWO against Los Pravano, they're going to get the win here this time. And obviously the Hiroshi Hase Kensuke Sasaki team's much better anyways, but Kensuke's going to beat Abyss, which just... What a match. What a match. Obviously, Abyss it's 1998. He's not the same Abyss that he becomes, obviously, in the mid-2000s, but still, I mean, that's a great piece of clay to mold as far as somebody that big that can move like that. Especially, I mean, he obviously didn't really work a whole lot in Japan, which is kind of crazy because that character would have been super fucking over. But obviously just didn't really plan out that way. That would have been interesting for sure, and it's weird because if he's like 10 years younger, he's in F&W for sure, and it rules. And he's also probably in IWA Japan. He's probably also in the King of the Deathmatch tournament as well. There's a lot of things that he can do. He just kind of got hot at the weirdest time for somebody that big, because obviously TNA needed him, extremely needed him, and he was such a vocal part as someone that big that could work with somebody of a lot of the smaller guys' his size and work at a great pace. But he would have been very exceptional, very exceptional in Japan. But a six-man matchup here between Los Bravano, Hayabusa, Jinsei Shinzaki, and Akira, as Vampiro beating Akira in 20 minutes as well. Because they had just Japan at that point, mixed martial arts, Pride was just the fucking rave. Everyone was all about Pride instead of, actual, Japanese pro wrestling. So they, no one was really making a whole lot of money. It was a weird time. Besides the pro wrestling, Noah, if you're not in Noah, then you're not really thriving. At least you're still making money though, but just not the same when the business is not really booming like it should be. But Kazuya Yamasaki got to beat Kira Raijin there, and then Masao Tanaka beating Machizuki in the opener. That's a fun match though. Machizuki and Masato Tanaka, obviously, Young Lion matchup there, but we gotta change something. Oh, it's a Steel Show matchup we need. Yeah, let's have it be this. Yeah, we'll have it be that 6-man. I think that's a good call. But yeah, Kira, obviously taking the loss there. Vampiro's been doing really well, so that should actually be a pretty solid match. Him and Hayabusa is definitely going to carry that. We need to make sure... Yeah, I'm about to say we should probably pick a venue. Yeah, we can go... Yeah, let's just run the Star Lanes. Always a good call. We know we'll sell it out. But yeah, 62. Masato Tanaka's really coming along. That is nice to see. Which makes sense, because this is around the time, where he's working F&W, he's working in ECW, and it's really... He's hitting a stride, and he'll have that stride for the next fucking 20 years, but he's killing it. He's killing it there, at least. He's getting really good. Tornado DDT, though, from Tanaka, getting the win over Machizuki. Kira Raijin losing to Kazuya Yamasaki. Kira Raijin's doing pretty good for a young lion. 31's not bad. Not bad at all. That was a 60 and 80 for the 6-man Los Bravano against Akira, Hayabusa, and Jinsei Shinzaki's Vampiro with the nail in the coffin over Akira Raijin. Or, not just Akira, rather. No Akira Raijin, but, yes, Akira was one of the better guys in the matchup. Seikos is still a little bit ways away. Damien's basically on the same level as Jinsei Shinzaki, though, but yeah, if they just get a little bit better, I think they'd be a more credible threat. But they got the crowd buzzing, though. For the rest of the card, Hayabusa and Headhunter losing to Roshi Ase and Kensuke Sasaki, as Kensuke Sasaki with the Stranglehold Gama in 20 minutes. So that was an 82. That was a really good matchup. 89 here for TTS and the British Combat Club. Two teams with excellent chemistry. Two teams I think stylistically could work really well together. As, Norman and Regal getting the win over Funaki and Minoru Tanaka, though. Regal, even with the injuries, still does pretty well. Got the crowd hotter, too, so far this has been a pretty good show. Then I have a broken toe now, as Taue getting injured in this matchup against Norton and Big Titan. The Powerbomb no Daotashi combination from Taue and Kawada against Norton. Yeah, Scott, the worst guy in the match. Makes sense, he's taking the fall there. Solid matchup, though. 82 will take it. 83 for Wild Pegasus for Johnny Ace, as Wild Pegasus with the Wild Bomb in 20 minutes. Then the main event is an 88. Dean and Eddie beating Jericho and Candido, as Dean getting the submission win with the Cloverleaf over Chris Jericho again. Just, the American talent of the junior scene at this time is pretty unmatched. It's pretty pretty good. And you're seeing it there, as far as there's 4. And then you have Wild Pegs as well to make it 5 if you want, of like those junior talents at that time. But obviously, Chris was a little bigger for junior heavyweight, and he's kind of more like when Shingo, when they had him be a junior. It's kind of like, hey, he's big enough to be a heavyweight, but he, as far as stylistically, he can work that style, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that just shows you how talented the junior division was. At one point now, the Dean's elevated out of it, though. It's only those 3 as far as Eddie, Chris, and both Chris's, Candido and Jericho. But hey, not a bad show. Not a bad show at all. We'll take that 86. Yeah, I mean, British Combat Club and TTS probably should have been the main and push that all up, but man, is what it is. Not the worst decision in the world to have that not be the main. But so far, we've had some good shows. We've been hit with a bit of an injury bug, though. 2 shows, 2 injuries. Luckily, they haven't been serious. So hopefully, with day 3, we can kind of stop the injury streak. Alrighty, night 3. As, big-ass 6-man. So basically taking those 2, the main and co-main matches into 1 6-man. There, as we also have Miracle Von's connection with Hanson Spivey taking on Tomoichi Togi Makabe, and then I'm thinking it's Wild and Ready. The rest of that 8-man, so just a great opportunity for the younger guys to work with some experience there. But yeah, I mean, again, Terry Funk, Brad Armstrong against Hashimoto Ogawa was a pretty fun match, too, to have up in that. We're putting a lot of faith in, well, first of all, this is going to be the main, I think, as far as Headhunter and Vampire against the New World Order. Nagata and Sasuke, we know Sasuke and Nagata are a good team, and Sasuke's going to beat Vampiro there. So that should be a banger. It's Terry Funk and Brad Armstrong against Hashimoto and Ogawa's. Brad's going to beat Ogawa's a BWO Holy Demon Army colliding matchup. And we'll go with the 6-man. As they're going to win the Blonde Squad against Dean, Eddie, and Chris. Is Chris Candido going to beat Dean Malenko? First of all, that's a big win to be beating Dean Malenko like that. Yeah, we'll rock with it. Sure. As, I don't know how I feel about that, though. That's a bit of a roll the dice. Yeah, well, I guess we'll, I'm trying to think what would be, I guess it'd be this. Well, actually, probably Kyoshi Tamura and Terry Boy, as Kyoshi Tamura is going to get the win in 10 minutes. Then we'll go Hideki Ozaka and Satoru Ozako against Shudo of Satoru Sama and Tiger Mask 4. Tiger Mask 4 is going to get the win over, that's right, Satoru Ozako is in rehab. I completely forgot about that. How could I forget? So we will replace him with, just go with Akatoshi Saito. Fuck it. Even though now it's not really like a junior matchup, but it is what it is. Miracle Von's connection in Hanson Spivey against Ishii, Makabe, Wild, and Ready. It's Hanson's going to beat Togi Makabe. Yeah, I think we'll leave that there. Then Takeo Mori. Actually, yeah, let's go to the Fantastics against Marufuji and Mabayone. As Time Rogers going to get the win over the Young Lions. And then Takeo Mori going to beat Kazuki Fujita in the opener. So we need to steal the show matchup. It will be this. Kyoshi Tamai. Kyoshi Tamura, I don't know why I'm saying Kimoshi Tamai for some reason. But, yeah, Kyoshi Tamura is going to beat Terry Boy. Oh, not a bad show. Not a bad little show. It's kind of, we're putting a lot of faith in the undercard a little bit compared to the previous 2 shows, but I still think it's going to be a pretty solid show because of that main in co-main, and even I think the match before the co-main is going to deliver. We'll see. Ooh, 51 for the opener, so that's a bad way to get off the start of the show. Yeah, it was brutal. Brutal. 63, though, for the Fantastics against Mohamed Yone and Naomichi Marufuji. Tommy Knocker from Diamond Rogers in 940. At least the Fantastics still a good little team there, even in 1998. As the American Von's connection with Hanson Spivey beating up on the Takayama, Nakanishi, Togi Makabe, and Tomoichi team. Hansen beating Makabe with the lariat in 10:30. Yeah, I mean, Steve Williams and Terry Gordy can still go. It's crazy. Terry Gordy's stints in rehab, I think have really helped him out. Because doing a 70 there, that's actually really impressive. He outperformed Hansen, he outperformed Spivey. What a fascinating performance, as far as, because he's been somebody that's been such up and down in the ratings wise, but with that, to outperform Hansen like that is really, really big. 54 here for the Hideki Ozaka Akitoshi Saito matchup against Tiger Mask 4 and Satoru Sayama. Yeah, this was just a brutal matchup, to be honest. This should have been way lower on the card. Tiger Mask 4, though, with the Tiger Suplex 09 over Akitoshi Saito, which is hilarious, because obviously it's not 2009 anymore. Or it's not even anymore. It's not even close to being 2009, so we should just change that finish outright. Well, fuck, Kiyoshi, Tamura, and Terry Boy don't have chemistry there, so this match is pretty bad as well. This is not a great tour show already in 10:30. Maybe something can change here in the next couple of matches. 76 at least. It's a pretty good six-man. Everybody performed pretty well, as far as with Chris Candido pinning Dean Malenko with a blonde bombshell. Relatively close, as far as 79 and 86. It's not the worst matchup in the world. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. John Ace can still work, obviously, even in 1998, but yeah, that's not a bad six-man at all. Got nothing to be ashamed of. Then the 80 for Brad Armstrong and Terry Funk against Yoshinori Agawa and Shinya Hashimoto. Pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. Brad Armstrong, best guy in the match, gets the win with the side rush and leg sweep. Not bad at all in the main event. It's a 76. As the Great Sasuke pinning Vampiro, though, with the Thunderfire Powerbomb. As Sasuke, best guy in the match. Yuji Nagata, the worst guy in the match, but is relatively close to Vampiro and the Headhunter. Yeah, just a great little team in Yuji Nagata and the Great Sasuke. That NWO team, I mean, there's just so many different layers to it. We have so many great tag teams, you got so many great teams, so many great combinations you can have. Yeah, this should have been obviously way lower. This probably should have been higher, looking back. Yeah, just brutal. Card was just all over the place there at the bottom, 5 matches. But once we got rocking and rolling, past that, it ended up being a pretty decent show. But just could not be on the same wavelength as the last two, unfortunately. But you're gonna have that, especially with 11 tour shows to book. You're gonna have some duds, and that was definitely one there. But yeah, on to night 4 we go. Alrighty, day 4, so we know the main event, Masao Kobashi against Chono Muto, as Taue passing on psychology tips to Masato Tanaka. Good shit there. Yeah, that tag matchup will be a time limit draw. I think a lot of people saw that one coming, but yeah, just figured this would be a fun match to have. 30-minute time limit draw, nothing too crazy. Obviously, two of the best teams battling it out. Non-title matchup too. Obviously, tag champions. Don't want them to lose. Don't want the heavyweight champion to lose, or even the challenger to lose as well. So it's just felt like that was the best case scenario there. This is definitely not going to be up there higher. I thought that was going to be a lot better of a matchup, but now that's definitely an undercard matchup. We can go, well, first of all, Kobashi and Kuchi, that's not what we need. We need Jun Akiyama and Tsuyoshi Kuchi in that matchup. Oh, that's right, they have poor chemistry. Yeah, let's have that be Jun Akiyama in Koji Kanemoto. There we go. I like that a little bit more. So yeah, Vader and Awesome, they're going to get the win here. We're going to have Vader beats Koji Kanemoto. Just size-wise, I think it makes sense. It's a pretty good co-main event, too. But yeah, we'll go ahead, make that the co-main. Then we'll do... Boy, yeah, it kind of goes downhill from there. Looks like we are going to have this matchup here, as the BWO versus the Holy Demon Army. Masato Tanaka's going to beat Terry Boy there. Taka's going to be pretty solid in that matchup, though. I think Minstea's going to be pretty good in that matchup as well. We'll see exactly how that's going to go. Blonde Bombers versus Los Guerreros. Steal the Show matchup as Jericho's going to beat Chavo in 10 minutes. Then we'll have Headhunter versus Bam Bam. We don't need this to be a Steeler Show matchup since we just went back-to-back with Steeler Show matches. Headhunter's going to get the win. Obviously, a little build-up for the Headhunter getting a win before the All-Asia Heavyweight title matchup. Then we'll go Ishii and Togi Makabe. Stan Hansen, Steve Williams. Doc's going to get the win. Yeah, what a great chance for Makabe and Ishii take on a great team like that. Takano Brothers versus Shudo, as Nuki Sano's going to beat George Takano in 10 minutes. That's actually not going to be a bad little matchup. Then Fantastics and Los Bravano, as Siko's is going to be Jackie Fulton in 10 minutes as well. So very much undercard heavy. Literally 6 of the 8 matches are going to be 10 minutes long. That kind of shows you the state of this card. But I think it's still going to go over pretty well, actually. I have a little bit more faith in it than I probably should. But we'll go with... let's run the Toyoshi General Gymnasium. Well, actually, now let's go with the Wakayama Correctional Gym. Yeah, I don't want to go half and half just yet on those shows. But yeah, well, let's run it and see how we go here. 73 for the opener. That is not bad at all. Guillotine leg drop from Psychosis over Jackie Fulton. That's not bad at all. Very, very pleased with that opener. Good shit there. 75, yeah. Nuki Sano, Sama Nishimura, they have the excellent chemistry boost. We probably should have put this a lot higher on the card. But it is what it is. George Takano with a 45-59 for Sama Nishimura. Not bad. Not bad at all, yeah. Figured they weren't going to be able to get anything out of Ishii and Makabe either. Tough break there. But Ishii taking the Oklahoma Stampede in 10 minutes. That was a 69 off 58. They don't click either. Brutal. Brutal, as the Headhunter getting the one with the diving leg drop in 10 minutes. 77, though, for Jericho and Candido against Chavo and Eddie. Both Candido and Chavo off their games. Chavo was a 34. Brutal. But, yeah, Chris the Lion Tamer in 10-25. As a 78 for the Holy Demon Army against the BWO. Masato Tanaka pinning Terry Boy with a Tornado DDT. Not bad at all. As, yeah, Terry Funk with a 77. 74 for Okawa, 75 for Hashimoto. Yeah, Taka, he's getting there. Terry Boy's not that far away, though, either. But, yeah, just ways to go. Though, for, Taka's probably going to be in the 60s by the end of the year. I really do think that. Even though it's only just a couple of months away, I think he can make that jump for sure. Fun little matchup here. Mike Awesome, Big Van Vader beating Jun Akiyama and Koji Kanemoto. Mike Awesome, worst guy of the match. Didn't see that one coming, though. Koji Kanemoto, Jun Akiyama, they were the better team, but size-wise, felt like it was a good upset win for Vader and Mike Awesome to get the win there. 20-minute matchup, though, was Vader Bomb. Big Van Vader over Koji Kanemoto, 76 there. Now 99 for the main event. Time limit draw. Good shit. Two teams like in chemistry. Yeah, you can't really ask for anything better for a tour show, too. A 99, like that's... Yeah. Yeah, literally didn't really matter what was going to be on the rest of the card. That main event alone was going to make it a must-see show, and it definitely was because of that main event. Well, goddamn. What a show. Yeah, so we've had, what, 2 80s, and now that 96. Jesus, I mean, this tour show's been rocking and rolling. Now, these tours have been having a hell of a show. The October Giant Series, it's very much feeling like a giant tour just from the tour shows itself. So that's a great feeling to have. But on to Night 5 we go. Alrighty, Night 5. As so we have... Trying to think what would be a good main here. So that's Koji Kanemoto, Jun Akiyama, K-Name Express match is really, really good. Same thing for Nagata and Sasuke against Wapex Steve Malenko. Boy, oh boy, yeah, we got a pretty big show here. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're on the Nakajima Sports Center, just knock that out of the way. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. Nagata and Sasuke, Wildpex is Steve Malenko. This should be a banger of a main event. Wildpex is gonna get the win over Yuji Nagata as well. Boy, oh boy, this Giant Series just keeps on rolling. Can-Am Express though against Koji Kanemoto and Jun Akiyama is a hell of a co-main too. Can-Am Express will get the win in 20 minutes there. We'll go ahead on our Vampiro against Kensuke Sasaki and Vampiro, or Big Van Vader rather. So Vader's going to beat Vampiro in 20 minutes as well. Holy Demon Army Tenkoji. Oh, this might be a little bit higher. Yeah, so Kawada's going to beat Tenkoji there. Another 20-minute matchup that's just, I mean, these 4 tag matches here, honestly, you could have any of them main event. It's that good. I think we're going to have, we're going to bump that up, though. That's going to be a hell of a run of matches for sure. So, Los Pavano against Wellington Wilkins Jr. with Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. Abyss is going to beat Wellington Wilkins Jr. I'm sure he's going to be furious about that. He is, but a black hole slam from the monster himself. Going to pick up the victory in that one. And then Los Guerreros against Kazuyo Yamasaki and Kiyoshi Tamura. Zeddy's going to beat Kazuyo Yamasaki in the Steal the Show matchup. Obviously the champion getting a nice little win. Brad Renegans and Yoshihiro Takayama. Takayama going to beat Brad Renegans, looking to push him up out of the unimportant phase, and then Super Astro is going to beat Mohamed Yone to kick off the show. Actually, not a bad show at all. The only really bad matchup is probably going to be Renegans and Yoshihiro Takayama, but we'll see. Yeah, 68 for the opener. Astro Scissors from Super Astro in 1025, not bad at all. Great little experience for Mohamed Yone. Yep, 49, but Takayama outperformed him. Brad Renegans was really off his game, but good win though. Good win for Takayama. Running knee, 10 minutes. Not bad at all. I was hoping he'd be a lot better here by the time it rolled around to 1999. It's tough with him trying to get better because obviously he's taking so many fights, so it's hard to get him to develop. Eddie and Chavo though, beating Kiyoshi Tamura and Kazuyo Yamasaki. Not a bad tag match at all here. It's a 73. Eddie gets the win, the Gory Special. Yeah, he's just been light years of everybody else in that matchup. Chavo getting carried on that one for sure. As Abyss and Damian Psicosis Los Pavano beating the Hayabusa Jinsei Shinzaki Wellington Wilkins Jr. team. It's the Black Hole Slam from Abyss, beating Wellington Wilkins Jr. at 73 there. This is, we're trying to just push Abyss to the top with that win there. We're trying to really give him a major win. Definitely an upset, but I think just size alone, again, I think a believable upset. 84 for Vader and Kensuke Sasaki against Headhunter and Vampiro, as Vampiro taking the Vader bomb. Not bad at all. I mean, Vader was the worst guy in the match, but Kensuke was the best guy in the match, so I think it kind of evened out. Not a bad tag match, though. This is really good. As, that's not bad. Not bad at all. 86 for the Holy Demon Army against Tenkoji. Kawada Crab from Kawada over Satoshi Kojima. Yeah, just significantly better. It's Holy Demon Army to Tenkoji there. Right decision for sure. And 83 for Koji Kanemoto and Jun Akiyama against Dan Crawford and Doug Furnas. Yeah, probably should have had this be the first of the 4 tag matches. For some reason I was thinking Crawford and Furnas had chemistry boost, but no, that's not the case at all. Dan Crawford with the Tiger Driver in 20 minutes though over Jun Akiyama. Not bad at all. Probably should have had Doug Furnas get a win, but Crawford has been the better of the two. And then at 85 for our main event, Wild Pegasus pinning Yuji Nagata with Wild Bomb. Two teams with excellent chemistry, just putting on a show. Demon Link with a 96, 83 for Wild Pegasus. Sasuke outperformed him though with the 85, then Yuji Nagata with a 70. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's actually a really good show. That's more of a cohesive show compared to the last one. Just the main event was so much better than everything else. But that was actually top to bottom, probably the better show. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, we're almost at the halfway point of the tour, going into night 6. Hopefully, the injuries have kind of stopped and we've left that for 1 and 2 days, as far as hopefully now that we're getting into the deeper part of the tour, nobody seriously gets hurt and fucks up the plans of this Giant series, because that final show is set to be great, just from the card alone, unless something happens like an injury. Alrighty, night 6, and so we got, as far as for the main event, probably that Super Generation Army New World Order matchup, but also Steve Williams and State Ansel against Wild Pegasus Dean Malenko. Of course, we talked about that It's one of the Torgal matches. That's a big match. That is a big match for sure. Yeah, let's run the old Komazaro Gymnasium. Why not? For this show. That's not a bad idea. It depends on what this 6-man is. What's an 8-man? Oh, this is the main for sure. Yeah, Koji Kanemoto going to get the win there for the Super Generation Army team. Yeah, love it. Love it. But that Stan Hansen, Steve Williams, Wild Pegasus, D. Malenko matchup is a great co-main. Steve Williams is going to get the win over Wild Pegasus, D. Malenko. We'll have Pegasus lose to him. Seems to be the best case scenario. Every time Doc's in a match, he ends up being the agent. Yeah, so then we'll go... that Eddie Johnny Ace match is pretty interesting, but we'll probably go with Akiyama and Takeru Mori against Hoshiase and Kensuke Sasaki. So obviously the main Super Generation Army wins. Here in this little tag match, Kensuke Sasaki is going to get the win for the New World Order. And then Eddie and Johnny Ace. Sick, yeah, Eddie's going to get the win over Johnny Ace. That actually should be a pretty good matchup. BWO versus Los Pravanos, 6-man tag. Big Titan with Taka and Terry Boy against Abyss and Damien and Psychosis. So Abyss getting another win, this time over Terry Boy. Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it, I guess. And then we'll just have nothing but singles matches after that. As Scott Norton and Naoya Ogawa. Norton going to get the win there, obviously. Chris Candido, Chavo Guerrero. Again, obviously, Chris getting the win. I love how we had Chavo lose. Pretty self-explanatory since he's the only guy in the matchup. And then Vampiro and Naomichi Marufuji, which Marufuji will be losing that one. I thought we booked that already, but no, that's going to be a first-time meeting. But yeah, obviously, the undercard singles matches with, sort of 2 young lions being involved in the matches, and then Chavo just way below everybody else in that junior division, so obviously he's going to lose. Basically, it's like 3 young lion matches. But that's not going to be a bad show. Not going to be bad at all. 69 for the opener. Nice, nail in the coffin. From Vampiro at 9:45. 69 for Chris Candido and Chavo Guerrero Jr. So we're keeping up with the 69 streak. It's a blonde bombshell for Chris Candido in 9:49, and then the 54 for the Norton Ogawa matchup. This should have been the opener, but that's alright. Brainbuster, though, from Scott Norton. Maybe not, though, since this probably would have cooled... Well, it still cooled the crowd a little, so yeah, probably would have just opened up the show with that and just ran it with the rest of the show. 67, though, for the BWO against the Los Pravanos team. As Los Pravanos getting the win as Abyss with the Black Hole Slam over Terry Boy. We're trying with Abyss. We're trying. We'll see how it works out, but so far, I haven't really seen a whole lot of change. Obviously, it being tour shows, you're not going to see a major impact change, but I think it's slowly going to happen. Eddie Guerrero, though, with the Gory Special over Johnny Ace in 20 minutes. It's a 79 there. That's not bad. Not bad at all. 81 for the Hase Kensuke Sasaki matchup against Jun Akiyama and Takeru Mori. Yeah, the New World Order team much better than the Super Generation Army tag team there. Takeru Mori taking the Northern Lights bomb. Hase was off his game, but he was... he outperformed at least Takeru Mori at least, but Jun Akiyama did catch him. There's an 83 for the co-main event. Stan Hansen, Steve Williams against Wild Pegasus, Steve Malenko. Yeah, just Stan Hansen getting carried in that one. Doc with the Dr. Bomb, though, over Wild Pegasus in 1931. And 85 for the main event, the 8-man tag, Super Generation Army, New World Order, Koji Kanemoto beating Hiroshi Tenzan with the moonsault. I love it. I think that was the right call. Koji Kanemoto and Satoshi Kikuchi, they outperformed Tenzan and Kojima, so I think that was the right call to have them win. And yeah, just overall, you can't really complain about that show. Can't really complain. It was not on the level of some of the other shows, just from a match quality perspective, but I think the quality of the card was pretty bad. Or it was not pretty bad, it was actually pretty good, compared to what it usually is. But yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. It's not a bad show. Not a bad show again, but I mean, it's going to be hard to have a bad show with just the talent we have. Big thing is just not get injured. But we're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. And so on to the next night. Alrighty, night 7. As let's see where we're gonna run this show at. Cause I think we've been like everywhere. Yeah. Oh no, we haven't ran the Hiroshima Sunblast. Okay, we'll run there. So yeah, I know we're gonna do Doc and Hansen against Crawford and Furnace in singles matches. So that's gonna be pretty solid. Let's see what this Holy Demon Army New World Order matchup is. Okay, that's definitely the main. 6-man tag. Kawada, Taue, and Hashimoto against Chono, Kaijimuro, and the Great Sasuke. Hashimoto's going to beat Sasuke in 20 minutes. Yeah, then we'll do... It's interesting. I think Doc and Doug Furnace should probably be the co-main, because I think that's going to be the better matchup. But Steve Williams is going to get the win in 20. And then Crawford, of course, is going to beat Stan Hansen, which is the first time Crawford's beaten Hansen. They've had a couple of singles matches, Champion Carnival matches, looks like. And, oh yeah, the TV taping, 92. So yeah, that's going to be a nice win, though, for Crawford. Going to be a nice win. Stan Hansen can't even work that long of a match anymore, so it just kind of shows you it's time to wrap it up, you know, as far as instead of having him work as like a mid-card act, you know, take him out while we still can, while he still is a credible main event kind of star, you know, so I just feel like, out of respect for him, more than anything. So the next matchup, that's a good question, because it's going to be tough. This is a pretty solid matchup. The Golden Cosmic Kings against Damien and Vampiro. Damien's going to beat Golden King there in 20 minutes. That's not a bad match. Ivico Regal and Doug Williams against Shinichi Funaki and Shinjiro Otani. As Steven Regal's going to beat Shinichi Funaki. 10-minute matchup. Oh, we should probably have that be a Steal the Show match. Yeah, that's for the best. It's a good call. God damn. Funaki fucking politicking. I know he's solid now, but he's still not at that level. It's like Regal and Norman and shit. That's crazy. So Spivey and Jericho against Scott Norton and Brad Armstrong. Brad's going to get the win in 10 minutes over Dan Spivey, too. Yeah, because, Dan Spivey's getting older, too. Wild Squad's going to be interesting. This is just going to be Johnny Ace and Candido and Jericho for a good bit. It's not bad. It's not a bad trio. It could be worse. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. But Brad Armstrong going to beat Dan Spivey. Blonde Crushers versus Los Guerreros. So Johnny Ace and Chris Candido against... Oh, this is a Steel Show matchup. Oh, we'll just have that be the normal match. Johnny Ace is going to beat Chavo. Then the opener, Minoru Tanaka, Muhammad Yone. Obviously, Muhammad Yone taking the loss to Minoru Tanaka. I think it's going to be a pretty good show. Obviously, that main event, I think it's going to deliver well. Same thing with the singles matches. We'll see how Crawford and Hansen are going to do. I'm a little nervous about that, but luckily it's a tour show, so it's not that big of a deal. Minoru Special from Minoru Tanaka in 10 minutes. It's not bad. Yeah, Minoru Tanaka almost in the 70s. Not bad at all. 78 for the Blonde Crushers Los Guerreros matchup. Ace Crusher from Johnny Ace on Chavo. Yeah, Chavo just, not on the same level as everybody else. Brad Armstrong getting the win here with Scott Norton over Dan Spivey and Chris Jericho. Yeah, Jericho's outperforming Spivey there. But the better team won, so not mad at that at all. Brad Armstrong with a side Russian leg sweep in 10:29. Good matchup here. Regal and Doug Williams with excellent chemistry. There is just Steven Regal. This British Combat Club just has worked out tremendously. Can't ask for anything more from that. As far as Doug... almost out, he was almost on the same wavelength as Otani and Funaki, which is very, very impressive because of the chemistry boost. But yeah, that was... glad we had this Steal the Show, because that was really, really good. Regal with the Regal stretch over Otani, 10:28. The Golden Cosmic Kings is Damien and Vampiro. Good little matchup. Probably the wrong team won, so that's an upset for sure, but obviously with the great chemistry boost, that boosted them over the top with that one. But the Marionette from Damien over Golden King in 20 minutes. 77 from Dan Crawford and Stan Hansen. Yeah, not great. It's a good match, but not a great match. This was fucking awesome, though. A 95 from Doc and Doug Furnace. Backdrop driver from Doc. He's still the goddamn man. Awesome. Awesome. And a 95 in the main event as well. Love it. And so the NWO, they were the better team there. Just off of ratings, so it's Kaijimoto. But they take the loss here. Shinya Hashimoto with the jumping spike DDT over the great Sasuke. Which Sasuke did outperform both Hashimoto and Taue. So shout out Sasuke. He actually outperformed Chono as well. He was the third best guy in the match. So that rules as a Sasuke fan. But yeah, 94. It was a great main and go main. Not a bad show either. It was not bad. Not bad at all. Not a bad show for night 7. So yeah, we just have nights 8, 9, 10, 11. So we just have 4 more shows left of the tour show portion of this. And then we'll be on to the final show. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Alrighty, as far as for night 8, this is going to be a unique show because it's one of the weaker ones. But as far as I think, it still should be a pretty solid show. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So this is going to be, as far as the main event, it's a good question. Because first of all, this Hayabusa Psychosis match and Damien and Jinsei Shinzaki, that's going to have to go a whole nother day. Because obviously you see here, we have the British Combat Club with Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki against Los Pravano. I don't know. We might just, because we're also having, oh no, that's probably going to be, because I honestly think that might be the main, which is kind of sad. But that's just kind of where we're at with this. Damien's going to beat Jinsei Shinzaki, though. I think we're going to push that for night 9. These Damien, Jinsei Shinzakis, and Hayabusa Psychosis matchups. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that. So yeah, we'll just push that back for night 8. So that will mean, let's just see, yeah, Super Astro and Hanaga can get moved around. That's not a bad call. Because now we got to look and find that. Can I just add it from here? Oh, I can. Alright, so 6. So Super Astro going to beat Hanaga. And then, let's see, we need one more. Yeah, we got Wellington Wilkins Jr. and Takayama, but we have a lot of undercard singles matches already. Marufuji and, yeah, we'll add that one. Golden King and Marufuji. There we go. Alright, so we got the undercard. Or the first couple of matches at least set. Vader and Bam Bam against Hanson Spivey. Yeah, we don't need this to be a Steal the Show matchup. That's fine by me. We'll just have that be Vader and Bigelow beating Hanson Spivey. 10 minutes. And it's TTS against Jackie Fulton. So, yeah, the Fantastics and TTS here. Another Steal the Show matchup. Jesus Christ. As, Otani's going to get the win. He needs a win. Shinjiro Otani. TTS have been pretty solid, though, as of late, so I'm glad they get a win here. Over a pretty credible team in the Fantastics. Yeah, let's move here. Put that there. Yeah. Solid. Yeah, so Tenkoji, Koji Kanemoto, Tsuyoshi Kikuchi, that's definitely the co-main. Kojima's going to be Kikuchi, and bet unhappy is Kikuchi, but I think Tenkoji could use a loss. Or could use a win, rather, more than anything. Then, yeah, we got Yuji Nagata and Brad Ranigans. Nagata's going to get the win in 10 minutes as well. So, yeah, we went pretty undercard heavy. I would like to add an extra match for this show, because I don't think I want to add that tag match with Shudo. So, we'll go ahead, and let's... I think it's something here. Let's go with a tag. Actually, yeah, let's go 6-man. I'm glad that was actually loaded up already. Perfect. So yeah, we got Masawa. So we could go with probably Masawa Kobashi, and then either Jun Akiyama. Yeah, we'll actually go Jun Akiyama. And then, yeah, let's go Holy Demon Army. Let's go Kawada. Let's go Taue. And let's go Hashimoto. How about a 6-man tag? Yeah, he's got the broken jaw. Does Hashimoto. I figured he'd be healthy by now, but still not the case. We'll have Jun Akiyama beat Hashimoto, and that might just be the main event now, so we might have just saved that show with that match. So that's pretty big. Sick. Yeah, have that be the main. Alright, so trying to see. Oh, yeah, the stuff that's pre-booked. Okay. Yeah, but we should be good to go. As far as the show itself, we were going to run it. Yeah, I think it's going to go back to the Star Lanes, because that's always a good call. Because we should be close to selling it out. Not quite. Yeah, we'll run Corkin. I don't mind that at all. Alright. 57 for the opener. Not great. Golden King beating Marufuji. At least it didn't start the show off to a terrible start. 77 for Astro and Nari Hanaga. Astro Scissors from Super Astro. got the crowd buzzing. Steal the Show matchup does its job. Nagata and Bro Renegans with a great chemistry there. It's a decent little matchup. 69. Well, we'll take it. Bro Renegans just brutal. He'll probably be gone when the new year comes around. Once we squeeze him out for as much as we can to help elevate guys. It's Vader and Bigelow beating Hanson and Spivey. And Bam Bam's still not on the same level as everybody else, but Vader pinning Spivey with the Vader bomb in 10 minutes at least is nice to see there. 79 from TTS in the Fantastics. Not bad at all. I mean, this is a hell of a six-man for kind of what we're asking for these guys. They go out there and put on a decent performance. Bobby Fulton, best guy in the match. Shout out Bobby Fulton. Killing it. Fantastics did better than TTS there. Yeah, Koji Kanemoto, Seiya Shikuchi, they were better than Tenkoji there, but I'm cool with this win for Kojima and Tenzan. 82, another 82 for the 8-man tag. Damien pinning Jinsei Shinzaki. It's good stuff, yeah. I mean, Jinsei Shinzaki, if he gets on the same level, close to around the 70 mark, Los Bravanos is going to be a hell of a group. I mean, that's going to go over really, really well once Psychosis and Damien goes over, and then with Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki, they get better as well. That junior tag division might still be saved. Still might be. Just with the talent of 93 for the 6-man main event. As Jun Akiyama pinning Shin Yashimoto with a wrist clutch Death Valley driver. Big win there for the Super Generation Army. Hell of a performance up from Masao and Kobashi. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. What a show. What a main event that we get to just add to save that show. Massive. Massive indeed. 3 more tour shows left. We're going to have a bit of a changing of what's going on throughout this, as far as for Night 9. With so many things kind of getting changed around. But it should still be a pretty good show. Fingers crossed, at least. Alrighty, Night 9. And I'm really not sure how this card's going to play out, because this is a pretty stacked card. Kikuchi's brought for versus Court accused of annoying everyone else with his constant boasting and cocky attitude. Definitely wouldn't have thought of that from Seiya Kikuchi. The judge, Shin Yashimoto, found him guilty and sends him to remain silent for the rest of the night, and then buy drinks right after the show, rather. Because he is a prick. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? For the main event, we're just going to go with Kobashi Kikuchi against Chono and Muto. I think that's a pretty solid main event to have. As Kaiju Muto's going to beat Seiya Kikuchi. It's a nice little win for the NWO team. They could use one, so I was glad that could be the main. But the co-main, though, is a All-Asia 6-man tag team title matchup, and a title change will occur on Night 9 here, as the Super Generation Army are going to lose thanks to a standing instant interference, as Stan helping out his, as far as this newfound kinship with him and Doc, has now produced some gold for the Miracle Violence Alliance team. As Taz, we've sent him down for FMW for a little bit, figured, hey, as far as to bring him back in a big way, making a splash, and Gordy's been performing pretty well. I think it's a nice little, as far as a chance for them to really prove their worth. So that's going to be nice to see, as far as from the All-Asia 6-man tag team champions. Coach Kanemoto's pretty upset now, but that's alright. We can have Jun Akiyama take the fall, I guess. I don't think that is not, I mean, it could be worse, right? We'll go outside interference. Jun Akiyama, Stan Hansen. Nice. Yeah, he didn't complain, so that's good. Good change there. But then the next matchup, 8-man tag, Holy Demon Army, BWO, as Brad Armstrong's going to beat Yoshinori Aragawa, so a big win for the BWO. The Bastards World Order pick up another win. Blonde Crushers versus Dean and Eddie. Dean Malenko's going to be Johnny Ace there. I think that's the right call, as far as, it's a great little matchup there. That kind of program that we've had with Candido and Eddie, we've had a pretty good tour because of that, because there's just so many different wrinkles we can do with Johnny Ace and Jericho at our disposal for that side, and for the other side with obviously Dean and Chris. It is nice. Damien and Jinsei Shinzaki, that's actually not going to be the first of the two. It's going to be this for sure, Hayabusa and Psychosis. Hayabusa's going to get the wins, obviously splitting of those two singles matches. We do need to steal the show matchup, so maybe it's going to be this, Sayama and Tiger Mask 4 against the BWF, Taka Michinoku and Terry Boy, as Tiger Mask 4 will be beating Terry Boy. Of course, we have Sayama. as the agent. And Wellington Wilkins Jr. over Yoshihiro Takayama. It's Takayama beating Wellington Wilkins Jr. So another loss for Wellington Wilkins Jr. trying to elevate a guy. We need this to be a Steal the Show match. So we'll go ahead and do that. I do need to pay off Wellington Wilkins Jr. before we start this match. Or start this show, because he is a little upset about the last loss to Abyss. Luckily, we're pretty solid with money, so we can kind of throw a lot at him. Yeah, we'll just go with 100,000. Alright, we're going to have to do more than 100,000. We'll go 250. Alright, well, it's a good bit of cash down the drain, but hey, it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause, as, yep, looks like we're back to Chubu. For the Nagata City Gymnasium, that works for me. Let's run it. 76 for the opener. Wow, they have great chemistry. So it worked out well. Takayama getting a win with the German suplex in 10:26. 59 for the next matchup. Sayama and Tiger Mask 4. As Terry Boy and Taka Michinoku, the better team wins here. As Shudo were the better team, Tiger Mask 4 with the Tiger suplex. Again, we gotta stop having them use the Tiger suplex 09. But Damien and Jinsei Shinzaki. The marionette from Damien over Jinsei Shinzaki in 10:13. A decent little matchup. I wish it would have hyped the crowd a little bit more, but it is what it is. Falcon Arrow from Hayabusa over Psychosis in 20 minutes. Good performance there from Hayabusa. 81 from Long Crushers against Dean and Eddie. Johnny Ace taking the Texas Cloverleaf there in 20 minutes. An 80 for the Holy Demon Army and the BWO. Side rush and leg sweep from Brad Armstrong over Okawa in 20 minutes. Not bad at all. So I was hoping that'd be a little bit better than 80, but we'll take it. Scott Norton and Ogawa kind of brought the match down a little bit, but Hashimoto, that was a 92, is great to see, especially now he's healed up, ready to go. And 88 for the All-Asia 6-man tag team title matchup as new champions. Miracle Violence Alliance are the new champs with that win, as Doc beating Jun Akiyama thanks to the interference from Stan Hansen. The little bull rope, hits him with the cowbell end of it. Right in the back into a Dr. Bomb. Solid finish. Tough break for the Super Generation Army, though, in the 96 for the main event, as Chono and Muto beating Kobashi and Kikuchi as the Muto lock. From Gaiji Muto over Tsuyoshi Kikuchi, that's a 96. Hell of a show there. We're in the double digits, and we've had a couple of major main events, a couple of big-time tour shows. This has been a pretty successful tour. Very, very pleased with it. And hopefully we ended out with some bangers as well. On to night 10, we go. Alright, we're at the double digits point of the tour now. Night 10. As far as this is a tough one to call as far as what should be the main. I know we have that Holy Demon Army, Chono Muto, BWO matchup where it's kind of colliding the two tag team title matches into one. That's probably going to be the main. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh, he wants to put over Big Titan. Holy shit. Wow, that's huge. We might just make that happen right now, as far as, because they're going to be in the same goddamn... Oh, they're going to be on the same team, though. Damn. Lucky for Kaiji Mutomatawa. He's going to beat Terry Funk there. Obviously, the actual established stable in the Holy Demon Army are going to get the win over the Mosh Pish of Chono Muto and Terry Funk and Big Titan. But it's a fun match, though. There's some talented fuckers in that match. So that's not going to be a bad match at all. So we got Doc and Hansen against Koji Kanemoto and Jun Akiyama. British Combat Club, Johnny Ace and Jericho. I don't mind that. Bigelow and Vader against the Can-Am Express, too. And then we also have Yuji Nagata and the Great Sasuke against, that was supposed to be Taz in Terry Gordy. So we'll go ahead and add that to change that. There we go. But yeah, Yuji Nagata going to get the win there. I guess we'll just go ahead and... Yeah, we'll save that for later, obviously, so I'm glad that actually worked out well. And then TTS against Doug Williams and Dave Taylor as well on the undercard. Honestly, I think we're going to go with Hansen and Doc against Koji Kanemoto and Jun Akiyama. Doc's going to beat Akiyama in 20 minutes. I think we're going to change that, since we had Koji Kanemoto not lose that match. Yeah, I think that's the better call. Yeah, Doc and Hansen, though, killing it. I mean, they're looking like the second coming of Hansen and Brody at this rate. They're rolling right along. I do like that British Combat Club Blonde Squad match. Regal's going to beat Jericho, though, in 20 minutes. We'll go Nagata and Sasuke against Terry Gordy and Taz. Nagata's going to get the win there in 10 minutes. Terry Gordy's still going to struggle with that match even in a 10-minute tag match, with them not really trying to go all out. And then Bam Bam and Vader, almost combined basically their names to Vader, but they are going to take on the Canada Express, and Crawford's going to beat Bigelow. I'm surprised he didn't complain about that. The way he fucking always does. TTS against Doug Williams, Dave Taylor. Oh, another Steal the Show matchup that we don't need to be a Steal the Show. Matchup as Minoru Tanaka's going to get the win in 10 minutes. Then we got the undercard of El Samurai and Machizuki, which obviously El Samurai is going to get beat. Machizuki, then Izuka and Togi Makabe, as Izuka will win in 10 minutes. But, yeah, I mean, not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. Yeah, we just ran Chubu, so I think, as far as I think, yeah, I think we're going to run the Star Lanes again. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Izuka beating Togi Makabe with the blockbuster hold in 9:38. As 57, not too bad. 69 for El Samurai and Machizuki. Hopefully Machizuki can get into the 40s. That'd be great. But yeah, El Samurai, he's just kind of in a unique spot since Liger's off the rehab. He's just kind of floating at this rate. Minoru Tanaka, though, submitting Doug Williams with the Minoru Special in 9:40. That's not bad at all. That's a good win for Minoru Tanaka. And Shunichi Funaki. Great little team. Great little team. It's DTS. Crawford pinning Bam Bam as a Tiger Driver. That's a big fucking dude to be hitting a Tiger Driver on, first of all. But yeah, Canada Express, much better team. Bam Bam still was visibly tired towards the end. Yeah, I think Bigelow, we're just going to send him to FMW after this tour. It just seems like that would kind of do his, just as far as I think that would do him a lot of good, to be honest, instead of being with us. Because it was a fun little, surprise, like, he's not actually joining with, as far as the Johnny Ace again, it's, the swerve of joining the NWO. That was a fun little story for about a year, and it's time, it's kind of ran its course. He's not really helping a whole lot. He's just a warm body at this rate, and we might as well have somebody else, like, elevate in that tag scenario, because that could have been, like, Vader and either Kojima or Tenzan. That could have been Vader and Nagata. Like, there's a lot of different scenarios, even Vader and Kensuke, or Vader and Hase. Like, it's just much different combinations, but at least the Nagata Sasuke team, though, killing it here. As Yuji Nagata outperforming Terry Gordy, so that kind of shows you what type of matchup that was. But Nagata getting the win with the Brainbuster in 9:52. That was a 76 at 82 for the British Combat Club against Johnny Ace and Chris Jericho as the Royal Conquest from Regal in 2005. As Regal almost was injured by a botch move from Jericho. Then 89 from Doc and Hansen against Chunaki Yamaguchi Kitamoto. Again, Doc is just a fucking world beater. Incredible. And Drew McDonald debuted a new hot spot, or hope spot. I said high spot for a second. A new hope spot that Krog got behind. Psychology will be helped by being able to use it as a go-to spot in the future. Fuck yeah. 93 for our main event, though. 8-man tag. Fun little match. Fun little match there. It's Towaway pinning Terry Funk with a dynamic bomb. Yeah, not bad at all. Kaishimoto with a 94. 90 from Hashimoto. 88 for Kawada. Yeah, I mean, really, the worst guy in the match was the spot of Doc, and even then, a 68's not bad for our main event. 8-man, kind of worst guy in the match. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I mean, the whole Demon Army, they're really coming. I mean, it's crazy to think how well, obviously, them and the Super Generation Army have been since day one. But this variation of the whole Demon Army with Kawada, Taue, Hashimoto, Tanaka, and Fuchi as well, and even Ogawa, that's a hell of a group. Really, really is. But a 91 for that show. Very, very pleased with that. Now on to the final tour show. 9/11. We got a couple of close calls there with some injuries, but hopefully, as far as luckily, as well, nobody got hurt, but there was a couple of close calls from botch moves and whatnot, but hopefully this final night, everything goes off without a hitch. So yeah, on to night 11 we go. Alrighty, as, let's see what the backstage incidents will be. What's Golden King, first of all? I gave the Logman Living provided a free drinks for everyone, Jesus Christ. And then Kensuke Sasaki just being the goddamn man, being, so cheerful and fun to be around. Yeah, Kensuke rules. As main event, that's probably going to be the little Super Generation Army collision match. It's going to be a time limit draw, though. Just figured that'd be the best way of going about it. Could have probably went with the Masawa Kinomoto team getting the win because they actually have the chemistry boost, but felt like the draw was a nice little compromise there. Yeah, then the singles matches between Terry Funk, Masato Tanaka, and Big Titan and Shinya Hashimoto. We'll go with this is the co-main first, Hashimoto beating Big Titan. And then Terry Funk will obviously be beating Masato Tanaka, but I love that match, though. Could have been a big night for Masato Tanaka. We could have, went the other way with it and had the big upsets for Big Titan beating Hashimoto and then having Tanaka beat Terry Funk. I've been pretty crazy. And then Nagata in the Great Sasuke against the Kano brothers. Nagata getting the win there. Then the Can-Am India Express against the Miracle Bonds Alliance. As again, that should be Taz, not Teokia. As, Taz is going to beat the Great Gama. All Asia 6-man tag team title matchup too. So that's going to be nice. At least get their first defense in the books. Hell yeah. And then Jun Akiyama, Kazuki Vegeta. Jun Akiyama's going to get the win there. And then Takeo Mori and Super Strong Machine. Which Takeo Mori will be winning that one as well. We're one match shy. Not sure exactly what happened there. But as far as we pretty much got a little bit of everything squared away, I would like to potentially do... I'm trying to think. See, I mean, we seem to have nailed the fucking jackpot. That is the... I think we're going to go with Tenzan. And then Hase and Kensuke. And then we'll have Headhunter, Vampiro, and Abyss. We'll give him 20. We'll give Hase a win. Beat Abyss. Poor Abyss. Actually, let's give it to Tenzan. Yeah, not a bad little 6-man matchup there. Oh shit. He went a little too over on the time. Let's see here. Well, first of all, I mean, this is fine to go 10. I know it's a title match, so it's kind of weird to have that not go so long, but I think that's for the best there. I think we're gonna put that there. Alright. So yeah, we got a little bit of something cooking up. Go 15 there. Oh, I think we need to steal the show matchup, so this actually might be perfect. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Make that steal the show match. Sick. Sick. That should be... Yeah, no, there's something still fucked up. Oh, okay, well, we're good to go. It's just because the one match is still on the pre-booked side. I hit the wrong goddamn thing. There we go. Yeah, we just ran the Star Lane, so I think, we're back at the Sendai Sun Plaza for this final tour show. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Let's run it. 52 for the opener. Jesus Christ. Those Takeo Mori and Super Strong Machine have a not good chemistry there, and they just have a terrible opener. 61, though, for Jun Akiyama and Kazuki Vegeta. Jun Akiyama looking like a big 1999 for that man. The way things are going. He's got a hot new move. He's looking good out there. He's killing it. 78 for Yuji Nagata Great Sasuke against Shunji Nakano and George Nakano. Again, that Sasuke Nagata team is just rolling with some wins. As an inverted figure 4 from Nagata. It's a big win. Big win. 78 from the Los Pravano New World Order 6-man. Everybody just carrying Abyss in that matchup. But boy, Prime Abyss, though, added in this matchup, it's even better. Even better. 77, and Taz cracks his tailbone. Tough break there, but luckily he's not on the final shell. So, if there was somebody get hurt in this matchup, he's the best case scenario. Him or the Great Gama. As that's their first defense of their All Asia 6-man tag team titles. As Taz with the Katahime win over the Great Gama. Yeah, it's weird. Taz, he was doing pretty well in FMW. I felt like he improved a little bit just in that short little time. So that's a good sign, but I think that's definitely going to be, like, his future for sure. It's probably FMW. Terry Funk and Masato Tanaka, though, with a 78 in a pretty back-and-forth matchup, though. 72 and 70 for the Funker and Masato Tanaka. Yeah, could have went Masato Tanaka's way for sure. I think that would have been a believable win. For fucking sure. Then 75 for Big Titan and Hashimoto. Sashimoto with the jumping spike DDT over Big Titan, and yeah, solid match. Solid little match. And 87 for the main event. Kanemoto Masawa, yeah, they were the better team, but it was relatively close at least. Time limit draw, Super Generation Army in the show up on top, and I think to kind of build up to the match a little bit more, maybe Super Generation Army, like, Akiyama, Takeo Mori, they got to come out and kind of help separate Misawa and Kobashi. And as far as the refs come out, it turns into a big ordeal where they're ready to go. As far as they're at a building point and they're going to explode at the final show. And that's going to be a fun main event, though, obviously, with those two. As you will see, Kobashi repeat what he did in 1995 at the October Giant Series here in the save, with him beating Mitsuha Misawa. Misawa avenged that loss, and not only that, become the new unified Grand Heavyweight Champion. He was the first ever champion, but he hasn't had the belt since then, so it's been a couple of years. It's been a long time since he's had that hardware, but that might change come the October Giant Series. Might have also new tag team champions going into the tag league as well, with the Holy Demon Army potentially beating Masahiro Chono and Kaiji Muto. So yeah, big main and co-main coming up. Alrighty. Moment of truth here. We have quite the history, though, at this Giant Series. In the past two have been 99 main events, and then the Kobashi Misawa match in 95 to 96, and then the draw was a 92, and then Misawa and Jumbo was a 99 as well. So that's 3 99s, and then a 96 and a 92, so it's a big company. Big company. As far as CBS, Nippon TV, good shit there. Alrighty, so yeah, main event. Moment of truth. Misawa Kobashi. We have a new champion in Mitsuha Misawa. So yeah, this is, this is major. Major matchup, obviously. And to think they will now be 1-1-1 at the October Giant Series is kind of cool. But also, for Misawa to beat Kobashi, I just think that's the right choice. I think going into 99, a much different Misawa than what we saw at the beginning of the save is pretty interesting. Because, here's a man that's now been battle-tested. He's fought the best. He beat Jumbo to become the best, and now he has fought off a lot of tough guys. A lot of tough talent. A lot of tough talent, in this promotion, and he's fought the best of the best. And to start this reign here, when he's probably in his probably mid-30s. Yeah, I was say he's probably in his mid-30s here now. It's a different Misawa. It's a more experienced Misawa. It's a more well-rounded Misawa. As far as he's not looking to use what got him there, was that junior heavyweight kind of speed in athletic ability. Now it's the hard-hitting affairs. It's now that he's got some weight on him, he's looking to fucking bring it, type of thing. So that should be fun. Tough break for Kobashi, though. He had a good run, though. It was kind of short compared to what we usually have as our Grand Heavyweight Champions. It was about 140 days. But, May to October is not bad. That's not bad at all. 2 defenses as well. Seems to be a bit of the theme for sure. A lot of title reigns, though, have ended come the Giant Series. He literally has the same reign as Kawada, funny enough. Just obviously, 2 years apart, and had one more defense. One in May as far as the last, as far as the May show, and then into losing at the Giant Series. Just seems to be a bit of a pattern. But even for Kobashi, because I want to say he had the 100 and the 99. Yeah, he's had a really good run. Yeah, that Super Power Series, from this Power Series to the Giant Series, that just seems to be the kind of pseudo reign, if you will. You take on the guy who wins the Memorial Cup, and it's a tough night. A lot of guys haven't had a lot of long reigns, though. As far as Kobashi's probably had the longest run. Oh, actually, the longest one would be Doc, October to June. Yeah. It's close, though. It is close. Fascinating. I haven't really looked at that in a while, so that's kind of cool to see. Co-main event, of course. Holy Demon Army, Masahiro Chono, Kaiji Muto. The New World Order come up short here. So we have new tag team champions as well going into the tag league, as Kawada and Taue. What is it? Probably their third reign, I want to say. It's their third reign. Oh no, it's their second reign for them. So yeah, they tie as far as Kaiji Muto and Chono as the only 2-time champs. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, good reign, though, from Chono and Muto. Definitely better than the first reign, obviously, when they won and they immediately dropped it to the British Combat Club. But, almost a year. 223 days, 4 defenses. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And now I completely blank on what's... Oh, it's Headhunter and Kensuke Sasaki, that's right. Then it's the junior title matchup. Alright, so, yeah, Headhunter, Kensuke Sasaki. Kensuke's going to get the win, so title stays with the NWO at least from that perspective. Then Candido and Eddie Guerrero. Candido comes up short to Eddie Guerrero here as Eddie getting the win, and that's another big win for him in this reign, as Candido's going to be pushing a little bit with that stamina. Then the All-Asia Tag Team title matchup, Hashimoto and Tanaka, as they come up short against the BWOs. Big Titan's going to beat Hashimoto. Big win, though, for Big Titan, and at least the BWO keeps those belts. And now the dream team of Hansen and Doc against the Can-Am Express. Can-Am Express will win, though. It's a Steal the Show matchup, and hopefully that helps out with Hansen and as far as his stamina issues. So that should be an absolute banger. Junior Tag Team title matchup, the Los Parvano against Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki here. Junior Tag Team title matchup, and Jinsei and Hayabusa will win, as Jinsei Shinzaki is going to beat Damien in 20 minutes. And then the opener, British Combat Club, TTS, 8-man tag. Otani's going to beat Doug Williams, so a great win for TTS. And hopefully a career-defining win as well to beat the British Combat Club on this big-time show. But yeah, we're obviously going to be in the Tokyo Dome. Oh my, 82,000. Fuck, would be sick. Would be sick. But nope, 42,000. Probably sell out some, sell some tickets outside the Tokyo Dome. Put a fucking projector up against the old egg dome wall. Just let the people show up and watch it from there. If they want to show up so goddamn badly to see Masao and Kobashi go to war. But this is going to be this is looking like it's going to be a great show. Fingers crossed. 80 for the opener. That's not bad for as far as having Doug Williams in this match. That's not bad at all. Norman and Regal with 93s and 92s. Cobra Clutch from Shinjiro Otani, though, getting the win. TTS rolling. It's a big win. Major win there. Love it. Absolutely love. 75 for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup. As, Damien and Seikosa is almost on the same level as Shinsei Shinzaki. Again, it's just Hayabusa is so much better than everybody else in that matchup. But, yeah, the first defense for them of their Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title reign. They've been a fun team. I've been waiting for this run for Hayabusa and Shinsei Shinzaki, and I think it's the perfect time right now. 80. Yeah, that's the kind of the thing about rolling the dice with some of those Steal the Show matches, is you're going to get capped at 80. That's what happened here. At Doc and Crawford, though, 95s and 98s, 82 for Furnace, 77 for Stan Hansen, as Crawford with the Cobra Clutch over Stan Hansen, 12:35. Got the crowd going, though, so we'll see how the rest of the card kind of plays off of that. 93 for the All-Asia Tag Team title matchup is Exploder from Big Titan over Shinya Hashimoto. Hashimoto best guy in the match. Big Titan outperformed Masato Tanaka, but Terry Funk not on the same level as Hashimoto, though. But it's a nice win. It's a nice win for the BWO team. They keep the All-Asia Tag Team titles for their first defense as well, so just nice to see. Nice to see there. An 89 for Candido and Eddie. Eddie's reign's been pretty weird, because obviously he had the Chavo match, which was kind of, not the same level as some of our other previous junior title matches, and this one's an 89 here. He's been performing well, so kind of his opponents have been kind of fucking him over, but gets the score special win in 20 minutes, and that's his second defense of his junior heavyweight title, and 79 rather, for the All-Asia heavyweight title matchup. I don't know what the fuck happened here, but Kensuke Sasaki gets the one with the Northern Lights bomb. 83 and a 73, not the greatest inconsistency from Headhunter there, just kind of hurt us a little bit. But a 99 for the co-main event. 3 out of the 4 guys get hundreds. What a win. As Kawada pinning Chono with the Powerbomb Nodaro Otashi combination. Yeah, obviously it's hard to kind of justify taking the belts off Kaiju Muto and Masaru Chono with both guys getting 100, but it's time. It's time. They've had a hell of a run. Belts back on Taue and Kawada, and I think it's a great decision. See what the main event does. It's a 99 as well, as Masawa beats Kobashi with the Emerald Flosion and is the new Unified Grand Heavyweight Champion at 28 minutes. Another 99. Was hoping this would be the 100, but we'll take it. And it's weird. The rest of the card kind of collapsed on us a little bit, but that main and co-main, like we talked about, it was going to make the show, and it absolutely did. Just, you can't really ask for anything more. We're going to put over Kobashi, though, for getting that 100 in the title match. That was pretty awesome. Give Kawada some love, and, honestly, I think either give Eddie some love or Hashimoto some love. I think we're going to go with Hashimoto. So he did great in the All-Asia Tag match. Awesome show, though. We definitely benefited from a great main and co-main. And that will do it for the October Giant Series in the books. And now on to the final tour of 1998, the Giant Series, the fucking Tag League. What a tag league this shall be, though. Every year we try to get better and better as far as our teams go. And I think we're going to have filled a fucking block of 10 teams that any one of those teams could justifiably win it. I really do think we can have that type of block. Because we got, Holy Demon Army. You got Chono and Muta. Got the Cannon Express. You have potentially Doc and Hansen or Doc and Gordy or any type of tandem there. You also have Terry Funk and Big Titan. You have, as far as potentially a Masawa Kanemoto team or a Kobashi Kikuchi team, or even a Kobashi Jun Akiyama team. Like, there's so many different variations you can do with that as well. It's just, it's nice. It's a nice, it's a nice thing to have all these great teams to be able to work with each other too, and it should be an exceptional tournament for sure. And I am super excited to see how that all plays out. We also get Jerry Flynn coming. Fuck yeah, love Jerry Flynn. Waiting a long time to sign him because he's been with Pro Wrestling Fujiwara-gumi, or I think that's Pro Wrestling Fujiwara-gumi. Yeah, that's I want to say I don't know why I was blanking on that, but it's Pro Wrestling Fujiwara-gumi. As this is going to be an interesting point because really, 1999. After this tag league, we go into the 1999, but that's the last kind of full year. So we're going to stop at 2000. So, very, very crazy to think about where this series has come and gone, as far as how many fucking shows we ran to begin with. I mean, we're easily over 700. Yeah, 737. A lot of shows. A lot of years. A lot of great stuff. And hopefully even some more exceptional stuff along the way. The one thing I want to hope that we can get one of these fucking days is get a 100 show. We've been so goddamn close. We've had a 99, we've had a couple of 98s, but we haven't had that 100. We've had those 100 matches, though. We've had 4 of them. Would love to get either a 5th one as well, or you get a top 10 of 100 matches. That'd be great to see. But it's gonna come down to the wire, though. Only basically one full year left, and the rest of 98, it's gonna be a close one. But we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.